Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Just Fun Stuff. It is a beautiful day here on Funland. It is spring in the air. That means things are coming out of hibernation. And if Poppy's outfit gives you any indication as to what we're doing today, we are setting up a habitat for a bear, and I can't wait to get started. Going right into it, we are putting up a big structure to go around this quote-unquote bear habitat. So Poppy's going ahead and putting up the base while she's working on that. Perfect time to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Now the base is going to be really simple. Just a big, wide enough that we can put trees and shrubs and some fencing up top, but not too big, and surrounding, because obviously, again, this is going to be an enclosure, a habitat for our hibernating bear coming out of hibernation. So we kind of want it to wrap around the area where the bear is going to be, and I'm super excited. I finally got a cave. I have been looking for the cave DIY since the update came out. And I finally got a cave, and I could not wait to do something with it. And I wanted to do something a little different than just put the cave in a forest or by a mountain. I wanted to really use it for something. And I thought, how fun. It's spring. Things are coming out of hibernation. Let's do a little bear and his cave. But then I thought, how can we do it a little differently? That's when the little exhibit came to me. It's kind of located beside the museum on Funland. So I thought, it could be like our resident little live exhibit. So we're putting up an area for our bear. So right now we're just pathing it out because obviously the cave's going to be not just fully on grass. It's going to be on some regular old dirt. So we are just filling in the area, keeping it really simple. Obviously, we don't need a really windy, wonderful path connecting with anything. We're just trying to go for ground cover here. All right. Now, adding more onto the sides, because what I wanted to do was create, like I said, a complete habitat for this bear area. So I wanted to be able to have enough room at the top to cover it in various types of trees, and I also want foliage at the bottom so it doesn't just look like a big slab of land surrounding this cave. Definitely going to be using tons of different types of foliage. I wanted to take advantage of bamboo season. I love the pine trees, the bow wow trees, however you say that. They're all so beautiful. So if you mix those with the actual trees that we grow and plant in the game, I think it makes a really neat look. And I think it'll look cool for our bear. We are just putting our bear up. Now, I found so many different options for the bear. If you just go onto Able Sisters, there's umbrellas, there's standees like I used. I loved the standee. I even considered using a teddy bear. I thought that might be really cute. But I found that standee and I thought it was really cute because it looks like he's kind of peeking out from around our cave. And look at the cave. They're so cool. I was so excited to get one. I couldn't wait to use it. Now I'm just thinking in my head, what else can we do with caves while I'm watching this video? We're also making some ruined seats right now, not for seating purposes, just because I like the look of them, and we are again creating a habitat for our poor bear coming out of hibernation here. He's going to be behind bars, so obviously we want to have some decoration for him on the inside. And here we go, putting in some trees. But I remembered first I wanted to put up fencing, and it's a lot easier to put up the fencing and then the trees than it is to re-dig up the trees repeatedly. So put a stop to the tree planting and stopped and did our fencing, and now back to tree planting. There wasn't enough room, if I get the words out, in the back to put as many layers of trees as I wanted to. So we start with the first layer, then we're gonna go take a look, see where we're at, see if we have room, and yes, add more to the back so that we can add more trees. And this is the way I I build a lot. Well, I think a lot of people do. This game is so trial and error. You have a picture in your head of what you want to do, and then you just start out and you add on as you go. But as you can see, it's really starting to come together. It's starting to look like a little habitat where you would see a cave where a bear might be hibernating. Mush items, tons of plant items. I want to clutter the plants as much as I can. I don't want to see as much of the water behind, and obviously Jolly Red's boat behind there. So we're using every facet of plant that we can to try and fill in the gaps and make it kind of like a barrier, I guess. All right, the trees are going in. Love how full it's starting to look. Putting in the mush lamps. You gotta have the lamps. Now, I didn't want to go too much light on this one, but I did need to include a few mush lamps because I love everything at night. I felt really bad here. Hamlet asked me to go and hang out, and I didn't have time right now because we were, in the middle of something, so I'll have to make that up to him. Now you can really see it starting to come together. Adding a little bit more fencing, a lot more detail work now. The main structure is kind of up, so it's all about, like I said, using the plants, filling in the gaps. Oh, it's starting to look really good. Oh, have to fix my path. And now we are thinking, what are we gonna add? What are we gonna add? There is more to add. Just what yet? Glowing moss. Can't go wrong with glowing moss, but we are not even remotely done. But you can see now how it's starting to come together and how many layers of trees we did put in. Now, again, like I was saying before, this is going to be an exhibit. It's going to be kind of like a little zoo type area. So obviously we need some signage up that's, explaining what's going on. Signs for, obviously, this is a bear living here. So we are customizing our panels and signs to put in front of the exhibit so that anybody walking by can come and read and check it out. Fixing holes. I do that constantly. That's the one thing I think I don't like about custom paths is the ability to just wipe them out with your feet, because I am constantly fixing paths because I'm constantly wiping them out. Every time I go to pick something up, I wipe out a path. So I wish that could be fixed, but on a different note, more decorating, adding more plants, more things to fill in the gaps. Just trying to fill up as much of the area as possible, and now just shaping it out a little bit more. Getting close to finishing more ruined seats. Some grass standees, because obviously there's going to be grass. And I did them in the kind of fall colors because obviously this is spring grass and it's going to be a little bit browner. But like all builds, totally customizable, so you can make it seasonal. You can go back easily in, change it to go with the ever-changing seasons, add different flowers, add different foliage, and I think that's so much fun with a build like this. Of course, we're adding mush lamps, crafting more, and then customizing them white. Beautiful. Lots of light. No room, so changing up the decor. Now you can really start to see where our bear is, and here comes the fence. This is what really makes it kind of like a zoo exhibit, is putting in the fence. Now, I did not think through how big the fence was or how much I was gonna need, so I couldn't fit 4 fences or 4 fence sections into the area that I wanted. So I got to thinking, what can I use? And then I thought, let's go ahead. We're gonna build some pillars and we can use that to kind of fill in the gap. Because obviously I'm not gonna take the time to widen the surround of our bear cave. I'm just going to fill in the gaps, and then that didn't work quite the way that I wanted to. So again, we change the plan. We move over our panels to fill in the gap switch out where I was going to put the pillars beside, change where we had put the round lamps, and voila, it is enclosed completely and it looks amazing. There's no gaps. This bear is not getting out. Now it's just kind of final touches and decorating. So we're putting in some shrubs, adding a few more fence bits, just make it really, appealing to anybody walking by. I'm obsessed with glowing moss, especially now that it's really growing and sprouting. So covered the ground in that. I just thought it looked really nice. And we are literally done. Look at that. We have created this really, really cute hibernating bear enclosure. Little classes and people can come. They can walk by. They can read the information, stop, and look at the bear. But it's just a really neat, fun area. So you can see, you can move everything. You can get a better look. There's the bear. There's our cave. I love the trees that are around it. It turned out so good. I'm so happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I want to thank you though for watching, coming along on this build with me, for liking and subscribing. And we are definitely going to be back with more Animal Crossing.